Srinivasa Ramanujan was born on 22nd December 1887 in Erode, India, a small village in the southern part of the country. Shortly after this birth, his family moved to Kumbakonam, where his father worked as a clerk in a clothes shop. Ramanujan was a child prodigy and a mathematical genius. The greatest thing about him, probably, is how he turned out to be this amazing mathematician, despite having little or no formal outside exposure to advanced mathematics. He was a self-taught genius from a very humble origins, completely disconnected from the world of other excelling mathematicians, and largely worked out of his own, in utter isolation, and often in poverty. Ramanujan possessed an incredibly amazing intuition of numbers, fractions, and infinite series, possibly like no other mathematician ever did. He churned out a huge number of significant and complex results, largely based on intuition mingled with argument and induction, and some sort of innate insight that only seemed to be possessed, often without formal proofs and coherent accounts. Ramanujan attended the local grammar school and high school and early on demonstrated an affinity for mathematics. When at age 15, he obtained an out-of-date book called A Synopsis of Elementary Results in Pure and Applied Mathematics. Ramanujan set about feverishly and obsessively studying its thousands of theorems before moving on to formulate many of his own. At the end of high school, the strength of his schoolwork was such that he obtained a scholarship to the government college in Kumbakonam. But Ramanujan's greatest asset proved also to be his Achilles heel. He lost his scholarship to both the government college and later at the University of Madras, because his devotion to math caused him to let his other courses fall by wayside. With a little in a way of prospects, in 1999, he sought government unemployment benefits. Yet, despite these setbacks, Ramanujan continued to make strides in his mathematical work, and in 1911 published a 17-page paper on Bernoulli numbers in the Journal of Indian Mathematical Society. Seeking the help of members of the society, in 1912, Ramanujan was able to secure a low-level post as a shipping clerk with the Madras Port Trust, where he was able to make a living while building a reputation for himself as a gifted mathematician. Around this time, Ramanujan had become aware of the work of British mathematician G. H. Hardy, who himself had been something of a young genius, with whom he began a correspondence in 1913 and shared some of his work. After initially thinking his letters a hoax, Hardy became convinced of Ramanujan's brilliance and was able to secure him both a research scholarship at University of Madras as well as a grant from Cambridge. The following year, Hardy convinced Ramanujan to come study with him at Cambridge. During their subsequent 5-year mentorship, Hardy provided the formal framework in which Ramanujan's innate grasp of numbers could thrive, with Ramanujan publishing upwards of 20 papers on his own and more in collaboration with Hardy. Ramanujan was awarded a Bachelor of Sciences for Research from Cambridge in 1916 and in 1918 became a member of the Royal Society of London. Ramanujan made many momentous contributions to mathematics, especially number theory. Much of his work was done jointly with his benefactor and mentor G. H. Hardy. Together, they began the powerful circle method. The circle method has played a major role in subsequent developments in analytic number theory. Ramanujan also discovered and proved that 5 always divides p bracket 5n plus 4. 7 always divides p bracket 7 9 plus 5, and 11 always divides p bracket 11 9 plus 6. This discovery led to extensive advances in the theorem of modular forms. Of Ramanujan's published papers, 37 in total, Professor Bruce C. Burnt reveals that a huge portion of his work was left behind in 3 notebooks and a lost notebook. These notebooks contain approximately 4,000 claims. Most of these claims have now been proved, and like his published work, continue to inspire modern-day mathematics. A biography of Ramanujan titled The Man Who Knew Infinity was published in 1991, and a movie of the same name starring Dev Patel as a Ramanujan and Jeremy Irons as Hardy premiered in September 2015 at the Toronto Film Festival. Years of hard work, a growing sense of isolation, and exposure to the cold, wet English climate soon took their toll on Ramanujan, and in 1917 he contracted tuberculosis. After a brief period of recovery, his health worsened, and in 1990 he returned to India. Srinivasa Ramanujan died of his illness on 26 April 1920 at the age of 32, and even on his deathbed had been consumed by math, writing down a group of theorems that he said had come to him in a dream. These and many of his earlier theorems are so complex that the full scope of Ramanujan's legacy has yet to be completely revealed, and his work remains the focus of much mathematical research. His collected papers were published by Cambridge University Press in 1927. Thank you for watching Edupedia World. Please subscribe to watch more videos.